find it very fascinating when I ask somebody, why don't you do this? And 9 out of 10 times we end up getting a reply that we don't have enough time. Hello everybody, welcome in this section of Chai with Suraj, wherein we are going to discuss about time management. We are actually going to take charge of our time. When we say we don't have enough time, do we really mean that the biggest achiever, Narendra Modi, Mark Zuckerberg, or Sachin Tendulkar, MS Dhoni, Anand Mahindra, Mukesh Ambani, each one of them had more time than us? Do we really mean? Do we really? No, we don't. So what did they do better? They actually managed their time better than us. So in this video, we are going to study 3 different sections of time management: planning, executing, and evaluating. When we speak about planning, we need to understand every urgent task is not important and every important task is not urgent. So at the beginning of each day or at the end of the previous day, we need to make a proper to-do for the day. So when we make a to-do, we need to keep in mind that we prioritize our task. We prioritize our task in 4 different categories: urgent and important task. Second would be important but not urgent. Third would be urgent but not important. And fourth would be neither urgent, neither nor important. So just to give you an example of important and urgent task, if you are a student and you have an upcoming accounts examination after 2 days, so what would be important for you and urgent for you would be studying that particular subject. Be 100% prepared for that particular examination. If you are a professional and if you have a deadline after 2 days and you have to issue an audit report, so what would be important and urgent for you? For you would be properly completing the audit task, properly framing the audit opinion and issuing that particular report. So that would be important and urgent task for you. Second is important but not urgent. For example, if you are a student and you have an examination after 3 months or 4 months, the important task would be still to study, but it might not be that urgent as we spoke in the previous example. Third is urgent but not important. For example, you are getting a phone call from a friend. You need to pick up that phone call, otherwise it will get disconnected and you won't get. For example, if you have an upcoming offer in Amazon, and that's gonna last for only 12 hours. If you don't grab that particular offer, it will get lapsed. So it is urgent, but it might not be important. For example, it is just giving you 100 rupees discount on your purchases. So it might not be important, but it is urgent because it has a time bound in it. So you need to evaluate what is not important but urgent as well. And last is neither important nor urgent. For example, you need to watch Netflix. If you have to watch, KGF 2 or Kashmir Files, it is not important, neither urgent. All right. So you need to actually, whatever you need to do in your day, you need to prioritize your task in 4 different categories. You can actually make a matrix and you can actually put the task in each boxes. And after that, you need to understand how many hours you have available in your day. For example, if you keep 7 hours or 8 hours for your sleep, you have left with 16 hours. And then in 16 hours, you can actually keep 10 or 12 hours for your important and urgent task. And then the remaining 4 to 6 hours you can divide between all other different categories. So this is particularly discusses about planning. The second important stage is about executing. So when we speak about executing, it's the most important stage, because whatever plan you make, 2 pieces plan you can make all the strategies, but if you don't actually execute it, it is senseless. So when you speak about executing, we need to be focused and we need to be efficient. So for that, I will give you a ninja technique, that is Pomodoro technique. In Pomodoro technique, what we do is we divide our entire day in different slots. Let's say if your capacity is to do a task continuously for an hour, you can divide your important and urgent category of task into slot of 1 hour. And after that particular 1 hour, you can take a break of 5 minutes. But if someone has a capacity of only 45 minutes or half an hour, they can actually reduce their slot to half an hour or 45 minutes. And after each slot, which is also called a Pomodoro. When they complete a Pomodoro, they can actually take a 5 minutes break. And after 4 or 5 that particular slots or 4 or 5 Pomodoros, they can actually take a break of 30 minutes. So when you divide your day, you can actually divide in slots of 1 hour, and after you complete 4 or 5 slots, you can take a big break of half an hour. So this is how you can divide your day. This helps you to keep yourself refreshed and efficient throughout the day. Second important thing would be your meals. Your meals should not be too heavy so that you feel sleepy, and you should be actually stay hydrated. You should actually focus on juices, fruits, and you should have light meals but at regular intervals so that you have enough energy as well to work. Third important thing would be to be in a proper work environment. Whether you are a student or whether you are a professional, you need to be at a proper working environment. There should be, for example, if I am a professional, I need to have a connectivity around. I need to have a workstation. I need to be away from the disturbances. And same goes with students. They need to stay away from the disturbances. They need to stay in a quiet room. All right. So these all are important while executing the task. And ultimately, after we actually end up doing our day, we end up executing all our tasks. At the end of the day, we actually need to evaluate. When we evaluate, we need to see what box we have ticked. So whatever to-dos we have made, we need to actually go back and add remarks to that, what we did, whether we have achieved 70%, 80%, 90%, or we have actually achieved what we have planned. When you have achieved, let's say, 60% or 50% of what you have planned, then there is an alarming situation. You need to realize there might be two possibilities to that. Either you have made an unrealistic plan for yourself, or you are too inefficient. If you are too inefficient, you need to identify the problem factor in that, what you didn't go well, whether you invested too much time with your family, whether you invested too much time in social media, etc., and you need to avoid all those things. If you had made a plan which was unrealistic, then you need to make a more liberal plan. So this is how you can actually evaluate and plan for the next day. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.